Sunday, December 3rd, 2017, 2:34 p.m. It didn't take long for Charles to make a video in response to the video that I did last night. And I'm going to play you a little bit of this 12-minute rant and rave about this psychotic fool because I want everyone to know that this guy is sick in the psychotic head, okay? And, you know, it's not all on Joe DeMarco, as you may have understood. When Joe says that he has victimized other people, I'm second to that victimization, okay? And this is not a cry for attention. This is not a plea for it. I can fight you, fat boy, without Joe's help, okay? Joe doesn't need my help. And even if he told me to go screw myself, that does not change the fact that we still have charges coming from both parties against you, okay? So this is, again, it's you versus me, you versus DeMarco. It's 2 against 1, and the only one you have to go on with is Ed Coon. What a lump of crap. So let me play you a little bit of this video, and in here he's going to make threats, demands, baseless crap. You decide for yourself if you think this guy is telling the truth.
How you doing? Solar Critic here for SolarCritic.com. I want to answer Jason's video because I think it has to be answered why I added him in the article. In this article here, the narcissist Hubcap Joe's is so jealous of Charles Fitch. The reason why I had added him to this article is because it goes to the point that you go out of your way to create many of these channels. You've uploaded literally 200 to 300 videos total on YouTube about your ranting and raving. All
right, let me stop you right there. First of all, 200 to 300 videos. Where, Mr. Fitch, is 200 to 300 videos? Okay? There you go, making a baseless accusation as to where these videos exist. Okay? So you start off by saying 200 to 300, then you've narrowed it down to maybe a couple of hundred. All right? Either come up with an ideal number and stick with it, or don't come up with anything at all. Get with the point.
Publicly admitted that you helped Joe, and even in this video right here, where you make fun of me and claim that it was you that had my channel shut down, and you laugh.
That's right. And I will continue to have your fake impersonating channels of my last name, Mr. Fitch. When you continue to make those fake channels that have Jason DeCanio, Strikes Back, and all this other stuff with Eric Lima, those are impersonation channels that you have created. No one else has done it. Stop blaming Keith Detweiler and stop blaming everybody else. You are the psychotic fool who's been doing it. And if Ed Coon is doing it too, you're both guilty of it. Why don't you just come out and admit that you were the ones making the fake trolling channels? Because that right there is what's going to land you in the slammer.
These are the types of things that land you in my articles.
You see, folks, once again, now I'm the victim of libelous crap. Without consent, yet again, I have been thrown into a situation only because I fight for the truth. Isn't that nice to know that I am becoming Mr. Fitch's, go-to distraction? You're using me as a distraction for the real reason why you're doing this, okay? But again, none of this crap's going to hold water, okay? You cannot go to any judge, any lawyer, without a shadow of a doubt, and say that this man has been harassing and bullying me, when at the same time, you're the aggressor, Mr. Fitch. You started this crap. by shutting my Ustream channel down because you didn't like the fact that I interviewed the very enemy who you owe money to. Isn't that not right?
So you are a public figure now, okay, just like I am, just like Hubcap Joe's is, just like Mr. Detweiler is, just like Doc is. We are all now essentially public figures on the internet. You keep stating that I am a bully, that I need to be put away, put in jail. Well, how come I haven't been put in jail?
That's because the justice system doesn't work too fast for fat losers like you, okay? The evidence is mounting, and it will continue to mount. But I've been told by my officers here in Castleberry that you're just that close to breaking the law, okay? And the only reason why your fat ass is not in jail yet is because you just haven't had a taste of your own medicine yet, Mr. Fitch. You don't like it when we fight back. You don't like it when we throw the truthful evidence against you. You don't like it flat out, and you don't even have to say it. You don't even have to say it. We know it because it pisses you off. You say you don't care? I think you do. I really think you do. Because you wouldn't be fighting me so hard when you know that the guilty one is yourself when it comes to DeMarco. So you go and you try to fight me and try to make me look like the idiotic, psychotic person that you think that I am. Well, let me tell you something, buddy. I'm a child of the Most High God, all right? I'm the man who basically came to this planet, came to the earth to do something good. And I'm doing something good. I'm wiping out the scum of the earth like yourself. I'm holding you accountable for it, buddy. You want to call me out? I've called you out on numerous times. You've denied every interview whatsoever because you don't want to fess up to the facts.
And the reason why is because I haven't done anything wrong.
You haven't done anything wrong, buddy. When you put articles up there that sound libelous, that have no proof whatsoever, and they're meant to defame and demean and slander, don't go around saying you're the victim of slander, buddy boy, and don't think for 1 second that your journalistic license is going to be handed to you on a silver platter. If you're going to put yourself out there as a journalist, you need to be with the facts. And you, sir, Mr. Fitch, have not given one shred of factual evidence to me or Mr. DeMarco in 4.5+ years. Do I make myself clear, scumbag? Do I make it clear? Does that make sense to you? Or does it need to be repeated because your incompetent brain doesn't know how to register it?
You know, we've been calling out you guys for 4 years.
Yeah, and we have answered every one of your bogus accusations and allegations because when you present it, it has no sense whatsoever. So, you know, I look at this and I say, you're going to rant and rave for 12 minutes? Oh, please. At my expense, buddy, I've got better fish to fry than your sorry ass, okay? But I'll continue to make the videos that are going to put you on the spot. And as Joe continues to put his videos out there, which are the same videos from 4 years ago, that will hold water, Mr. Fitch. Everything that Joe says will hold water in court. Whether you sue him or whether we all Class A suit on you as well. Whatever the case, you will be held accountable and have to testify to the truth. Whether you like it or not, buddy, you threw yourself in this because you're pissed off at eBay. All boo-hoo. Well, you know what? You and eBay can have an orgy all you want. I don't care about eBay. I don't care about Amazon. I don't care about the social marketing place. It's nothing but a scam, and you and Ed Kuhn have brought it to the utmost lowest that could be possible. All right? This is about cyber stalking, defamation of character, impersonation, which you do best. Okay? Joe's videos are going to show how he's been threatened on those other levels. I'm going to show everybody how I've been threatened, not because of my affiliation with eBay, but because I side with good, honest people like Hubcap Joe. Okay? And yeah, I may have thrown Hubcap Joe under the bus the first time, but I'm not stupid enough to throw him under the bus the second time, of which you've thrown Keith Detweiler twice, Ed Kuhn 3 times. You've backstabbed every one of your own supporters because you sternly want everybody to continually fight because, you know, that's all you know how to do. That's all you think you have time for. Buddy, there's 24 hours in a day, and 8 or 9 hours of that 24 hours, we're working. We have jobs. We have lives. Okay? If all we were to ever do was to fight you 24 hours a day, nothing would ever get done outside of this computerized internet world. So get out there, man. Get out of your fantasy and start coming back to reality. Because you know what? Reality bites, Mr. Fitch, and it's going to bite you in the ass like it always has been. I keep telling you, there are far greater people than me and Mr. DeMarco out there that do not like you very much. And you need to be prepared for the worst when it happens from whoever else is out there DDoSing your ass. Because when it comes to DDoSing, I don't know what that means. I'm no code slinger. I'm not a hacker. Okay? I'm on a computer to do inspirational things. And whether or not you believe me or choose to believe me, who cares? I'm not trying to make you, convinced that I'm not the guy doing what's going on. And if you think I'm coming on to your side, wrong again. I would never side with stupid, idiotic, lying fools like you and Ed Kuhn, and maybe even Mr. Detweiler. You cannot be trusted. You never will be trusted. No matter how much you beg and plead, you're not going to get any sympathy from me. Man up to the plate, Mr. Fitch. Because the day of reckoning is now upon you. And the end of the year, 2017, we've knocked 4 years off of that 20-year mortgage and going for a record-setting 5th. What more stupid asinine crap are you going to come up with next? Arrivederci, scumbag. Hope you realize that your baseless demands are not going to be granted.